Good morning to all of my marvelous music students from Ormond Beach Elementary and Tomoka Elementary School. Today's episode is special. I'm going to share with you a very special book called Can You Hear It? Why is it special, you ask? Well, the author did something very unique. When I bought this book, it came with a CD with some recordings of some very famous pieces of music. His idea was to take famous pieces of music and match them to famous pieces of artwork. He was hoping that the artwork that he chose would paint a picture in the music that you were hearing and they would match. That the things you were hearing in the music would make you see or think of what's in the picture in the art. The very first one that we're going to do is going to be up on the screen, the composer's picture. His name was Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov, a Russian composer. He lived a long time ago and he's not alive anymore. The song is Flight of the Bumblebee. The artwork is a Japanese artist by the name of Utagawa Hiroshige. And there's not a picture available of him, but his artwork is very famous and you can Google him and see other wonderful pieces of art. The one that's going to go on the screen is a piece of art called Chrysanthemums. While the music is playing, the actual artwork will be on the screen. I'll be asking you a couple questions, but I really want you to focus on listening to the music and watching the art while the music is playing.
Can you hear the busy bumblebee flying from flower to flower? The violins and the flute play the bee at the start of the piece, using many short, quick notes to convey the bee's roundabout flying pattern. Can you also hear the bee hovering above a flower, played by the violins using lower notes? Can you also hear the bee flying again as before, but this time heavy with nectar, played by the clarinets?
Okay, so what did you think of Flight of the Bumblebee and that picture? That'll be something for you to tell me in your Microsoft Forms that I'm going to attach this to. The second one is an American composer, George Gershwin, and the piece of music is called An American in Paris. The artwork that it is paired with is a piece of artwork called Avenue du Bois by a Dutch artist named Kees van Dongen. The picture on the screen is a picture of George Gershwin, the composer of the music. Again, there is not a picture available of the artist. So, our second one, American in Paris.
Can you hear the passing cars honking as they rush through the crowded city streets? French horns and actual car horns make these noises. Can you also hear horses clomping in and around the traffic, played by the woodblock? Can you also hear people rushing by on the sidewalk, played by the xylophone?
That was one of my favorite composers, George Gershwin, the American composer. You might Google him and listen for some other really great music by him. Our third and final excerpt for today is a French composer by the name of Camille Saint-Saëns. So the story goes, he was on vacation with his children, and his children were looking for something to do on a rainy day. So he composed a piece of music called Carnival of the Animals. And inside that big piece of music is a bunch of little tiny songs, each song representing different animals. And the idea was to make his children feel like they were seeing those actual animals at the zoo when they heard the music. So this next one is one of the short songs from Carnival of the Animals. It's called The Aquarium. And hopefully we all know what an aquarium is. The artwork paired with it is a piece of artwork by an American artist. Ocean Life is the name of the artwork, and the name of the artist is Christian Schussel. Let's try that again. Maybe Christian Schussel? That might be better. He is an American artist, though. Now I would like you to listen to Carnival of the Animals by Camille Saint-Saëns, The Aquarium, and watch the artwork.
Can you hear the beautiful fish as they swim through the water? The flute and the violins play the fish using soft clusters of notes to show the fish's graceful legato movements underwater. Can you also hear the bubbles rising to the surface in a zigzag motion played by the pianos? Can you also hear the sunlight shining down from above, played by the gentle ringing of the glockenspiel shortly before the end of the piece?
So I'm curious to know what you thought about that one. Again, this episode is going to be attached to a Microsoft Forms and with a couple of questions about each one of the songs that you heard today. I'd love you to click on the forms and fill out those questions and submit that to me. That concludes the episodes for this week. Next week, I'll do a few more of the excerpts from this book, Can You Hear It? That's all for now. Bye, guys.